Hello friends, welcome to the Baking Journey channel. Today we are going to make a very delicious chocolate bread together. This bread can be a good option for a snack at different times of the day. So stay with me until the end of the video. If you have any questions about the video, I will answer them in the comments section. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and like the video to support me. To start, I pour half a cup of lukewarm milk into a bowl and add a teaspoon of yeast and sugar. Then I mix the ingredients well together until a smooth liquid is obtained and let it rest for 10 minutes to activate the yeast. A yeast activation is an important step in baking bread and pastries that indicates that the yeast is alive and ready to use. After mixing yeast with warm water or warm milk and sugar, a layer of foam will form on the surface of the liquid after 5 to 10 minutes. This foam is a sign that the yeast is producing carbon dioxide gas. In a suitable container, add 2 cups of flour, a quarter cup of sugar, a tablespoon of cocoa powder, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. I mix all the ingredients together with a mixer until smooth and uniform. Uniform mixing of dry ingredients is a critical step in bread and cake preparation, directly affecting the texture, flavor, and quality of the final product. Uniform mixing of dry ingredients in bread and cake preparation will result in a better taste, texture, and appearance of the final product. This will prevent lumps, uneven taste, and uneven texture, and will make the baking process easier. Now we need an egg to add to the ingredients, but before adding the egg white and yolk, mix them well with a mixer. Eggs contain protein and fat and give bread a soft and tender texture. The proteins in eggs give the dough a flexible texture and make the dough take longer to dry after baking. Now add the eggs and milk to the flour and mix all the ingredients together until a dough forms. Milk contains fat, sugar, and protein, and gives bread a soft and tender texture. The natural sugars in milk help the yeast to be more active and produce more gas, which results in more puffy bread. Breads that contain milk usually go stale later and have a longer shelf life. Knead the ingredients a little by hand to make sure all the dry and wet ingredients are mixed together. Now add the room temperature butter to the dough and continue kneading. Continue kneading until the butter is completely mixed into the dough. Butter is also one of the most widely used ingredients in bread making, which has a significant impact on the texture, flavor, color, and shelf life of bread. Now I transfer the dough to the work surface and continue kneading until it reaches a soft, consistent texture. After reaching the desired texture, let the dough rest for 1 to 1.5 hours until it doubles in volume. The rising of dough during resting is a natural and necessary process in bread baking. This phenomenon occurs due to yeast activity and the production of carbon dioxide gas. The gluten in the flour forms an elastic network during kneading, which allows carbon dioxide gas to remain in the dough and cause it to rise. Now we need to roll out the dough on a floured surface using a rolling pin. Rolling out dough is an important step in making pizza dough, donuts, and other dough products. Doing it correctly will greatly contribute to the texture and appearance of the final product. Allow the dough to rest for at least 15 to 20 minutes before rolling out. This will help the gluten relax and make the dough easier to roll out. We have half a cup of chocolate chips that we sprinkle on the rolled out dough. The dough should not be too cold or too hot. Room temperature is ideal. Roll the rolling pin over the dough with even and gentle pressure. Avoid applying too much pressure as the dough may tear or become too thin. We roll the dough, like in the video, and prepare it to place in the dish. Before transferring the dough to the bowl, make sure you grease the bowl to prevent the dough from sticking to the bowl. Cover the dough with a cloth and let it rest for another 30 minutes. After the final resting period, we brush the dough with a mixture of milk and egg yolk. Egg yolk contains fat and pigments that give bread an attractive golden color. This is especially evident in breads glazed with egg, such as milk bread. I use a knife to make cuts on the surface of the dough to help speed up the baking. If the surface of the bread is glazed with a mixture of egg and milk or water before baking, the bread will take on a glossy and appetizing appearance. I sprinkle some sesame seeds on the bread to decorate it. Bake the dough in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. Thank you for being with me this far, and I hope you enjoyed and benefited from the video. Finally, I would like to thank you for subscribing to my channel and supporting me.
So